Alright, welcome back to a new Warcraft Rumble video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the best PvP talents for the Beast faction. I'll be ranking the talents 3rd through 1st in order to see which talent is the most useful. A reminder that these are all just my own opinion and your opinion may vary based on your own experience. With that out of the way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and enjoy the video. Starting out for Polymorph, we have Stable Transfiguration. Lasts twice as long, but sheep regenerate health very quickly. This talent's alright, but it's nice to be able to kill the sheep as quickly as possible, which you can't really do with this talent. At number 2 we have Exploding Sheep. Killing a sheep damages nearby enemies. This talent's pretty good against large packs of enemies, so you can chain explosions of multiple sheep in order to clear them out faster. At number 1 we have Golden Fleece. One sheep becomes golden, killing it grants 1 gold. This one effectively makes your polymorph cost only 2 gold most of the time, which is great value for what it provides. For Angry Chickens number 3, we have Furious Fowl. Gain Fury. This one's not too great, as it's quite rare in PvP for your Angry Chickens to actually live long enough for them to make use of the Fury. Number 2, we have Sacrifice. Nearby beast allies can consume a chicken to heal themselves. This is great in a beast deck, adding to the longevity of your pushes through the healing the chickens provide for you. At number 1, we have Walking Crate. Deploy in a protective crate. When destroyed, chickens emerge. This talent covers for the Angry Chicken's greatest weakness, which is being one-shot before they get to do anything. This talent gives them a better shot at actually connecting to the enemy. For Gnoll Brutes number 3, we have Pillage. Deal siege damage. I find this talent to be the weakest of the 3 because the Gnoll Brute deals AoE damage, therefore siege damage multipliers aren't as effective on him. At number 2, we have Thick Hide. Gain Armor. This talent transforms your Gnoll Brute into a nice little tank, a feature that's always a welcome change. Number 1, we have Rabbit. Reduce deploy cost by 1 and gain the Cycle trait. This one's great as it makes your Gnoll straight up 1/3 cheaper, and adding the Cycle trait has some minor bonuses when you add them to Cycle decks. For Harpies number 3, we have Talon Dive. Deal double damage on the first attack. I feel this to be the weakest of the 3 talents, as doubling not much damage still equals not much damage. Number 2, we have Trinket Collectors. Gain the minor trait, cost increased by 1. This can be pretty map specific, but it's also quite powerful in those maps, as you can mine a 3-stack vein almost instantly without your opponent having time to react. Number 1, we have Infectious Swipes. Gain Poison. This talent just makes the Harpies into a consistent damage threat, able to apply poison quite quickly on multiple troops at once. For Murloc Tidehunters number 3, we have Careful Aim. Gain 2 range. This one's not too bad, but I prefer to have the Murloc Tidehunters a bit more tanky through the other 2 talents instead. Number 2, we have Murlocs. Deploy with +1 additional Murloc. This one increases the overall tankiness of the troop through more HP to get through, and also increases the threat level it provides by having 1 additional unit. At number 1, we have Safety Bubble. Deploy with a bubble that blocks the first attack. This talent helps cover the Murloc Tidehunters' greatest weakness, which is they can get one shot, so this talent effectively doubles their lifespan. For number 3 for Prowler, Predatory Instincts. Deal double damage to enemies who are above 75% HP. This one's still pretty good and allows you to win certain exchanges you otherwise would have lost without the talent's help. Number 2 we have On the Prowl. Gain stealth and stun the target when attacking from stealth. This provides some nice utility to the Prowler that it doesn't have at a base level, making it a lot more flexible to use. At number 1 we have Pack Leader. Grants nearby beast allies 30% additional damage. While obviously only used in a beast deck, this talent is extremely powerful and can make your pushes with beasts absolutely overwhelm the enemy. Number 3 for Quilboar is Bristleback. Deal a small amount of damage to melee attackers. You're not really using the Quilboar for his great tanking capabilities, so Bristleback is quite a minor effect that might not even get triggered due to being dead to ranged enemies. At number 2 we have Bramble Burst. Inflict poison on nearby enemies when emerging. This one's not too bad as it adds a little bit of extra damage to your Quilboar, and you can choose where you want to apply it due to him being an unbound unit. At number 1 we have Tunnel Vision. Deploy much more quickly. I find this to be overall the best talent for the Quilboar because it makes up for his biggest weakness, which is it's really too easy to react to the Quilboar in time. Number 3 for Raptors, we have Motivation. Gain Bloodlust while a chest or gold vein is nearby. I find this talent to be way too situational and straight up outclassed by the Strength in Numbers talent. Number 2, we have Fast Food. On kills, heal a small amount of damage. This talent's alright and gives a little bit of sustain to your Raptors, but I find the number 1 talent to be much better. And at number 1 we have Strength in Numbers. Deal 10% more damage for each other Raptor nearby. This talent's crazy good as it can make your Raptors deal up to 50% extra damage if you spam all your Raptors together. For Spiderlings number 3, I have Frostbite. Gain Frost. I find this talent to be a bit underwhelming, as a melee Frost is not nearly as good as a ranged attack Frost. At number 2 we have Bloated Carapace. Explode on death, poisoning nearby enemies. This one's pretty decent as your Spiderlings are quite good at dying, so you might as well make use of them. And at number 1 we have Envenom. Deal twice as much poison damage. Really what you're running Spiderlings for is their ability to cheaply poison targets, so doubling that effectiveness is great. Finally we have Vultures. At number 3 we have Feeding Frenzy. The flock gains Bloodlust for 5 seconds when spawning a new Vulture. Vultures do so little damage that pumping it up with Bloodlust really doesn't add too much to the mini. At number 2 we have Tendon Rip. Attacks daze enemies for 3 seconds. This adds a bit of utility to your Vultures, which at the cost of 1 gold you're happy to get any utility out of them. Number 1 we have Migration. All additional Vultures spawn at your base. This talent can be pretty annoying to deal with multiple waves of the Vultures, and the enemy will always have to have anti-air to support their troops. And alright, that's the end of the beast units. If you're looking for the beast leaders, I will have a video coming out soon focusing on the leaders of each faction, so stay tuned. As always, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.